Secrets have a way of coming out, but in the world of Friends, they don't just come out, they explode in a glorious, chaotic, and hilarious mess. Today, we're breaking down one of the greatest episodes in sitcom history, Season 5's masterpiece, the one where everybody finds out. The episode kicks off with what seems like a minor observation. Ugly naked guy, the gang's mysterious, never-clothed neighbor, is moving out. This opens up two massive storylines. First, Ross, still reeling from his divorce and living with Joey and Chandler, sees a golden opportunity to get his own place, a perfect apartment right across the street. But the Ray-All story begins when Phoebe and Rachel go across the hall to check out the now empty apartment. As they look back at Monica's place, they're treated to a sight that will forever be burned into Phoebe's mind, and ours. Monica and Chandler, believing they're completely alone, are, doing it right up against a window. And Phoebe's reaction is legendary. In the chaotic aftermath, the truth comes out. Rachel reveals that she and Joey have known about Chandler for months, leaving only Ross in the dark. Now, when majority of the group are on the secret, Phoebe has a choice: confront them and end the lies, or have a little fun. And this is Phoebe we're talking about. Phoebe decides the best way to mess with them is to use her strongest tool, her sexuality. Her target? Chandler. The plan is simple. Flirt outrageously with Chandler to make him so uncomfortable that he's forced to confess his relationship with Monica. Her first attempt is a masterclass in awkward seduction, complete with complimenting his jacket and, of course, feeling his bicep. Meanwhile, Ross's quest for the apartment hits a snag. With over 100 applicants, he decides to bribe ugly naked guy. But Ross, ever the paleontologist and not a master of corporate schmoozing, sends what he thinks is an irresistible gift, a $12 basket of mini muffins. To his horror, he sees a table full of much more impressive bribes, making his tiny basket look completely pathetic. Phoebe's plan seems to be working. Chandler is totally freaked out, but Monica, knowing Phoebe, is skeptical. However, when Phoebe doubles down by suggestively pinching Chandler's, but as he leaves, the light bulb finally goes on in Monica's head. She realizes Phoebe isn't actually attracted to Chandler. She's messing with them. She knows. After a quick and hilarious interrogation of Joey, the truth is confirmed. Phoebe and Rachel both know. But instead of surrendering, Monica and Chandler decide to fight fire with fire. This leads to one of the most quotable moments in the entire series. They realize they have the upper hand because Phoebe and Rachel don't know that they know. Or, as Chandler puts it, the counterattack is set. Chandler calls Phoebe and invites her over for a romantic evening, intending to turn her own seductive game right back on her. It is now a high-stakes game of chicken. Who will crack first? Phoebe, who has to pretend to seduce her friend's boyfriend, or Chandler, who has to pretend to cheat on the woman he's secretly in a relationship with? What follows is one of the most brilliantly cringy and hilarious scenes in the show. Phoebe arrives at Chandler's, and the two begin a battle of escalating sexual awkwardness. They compliment each other, dance bizarrely, and make increasingly bold statements about their desire to have all the sex. The game reaches its peak when Phoebe, in a bold move, unbuttons her shirt to reveal her bra. She's going all in, trying to force Chandler to fold. But Monica, coaching from the bathroom, tells him to hold firm. The tension is unbearable as they lean in for a kiss, neither one willing to be the first to back down. But just as their lips are about to touch, Chandler breaks. He can't do it. But it's the reason he can't do it that changes everything. He doesn't just say, "I can't cheat on Monica." He shouts, "Okay, you win. I can't have sex with you because I'm in love with Monica." In that moment, the game is over. The secret is replaced by a heartfelt confession. It's not just a fling anymore. It's love. With the truth finally out in the open, there's just one person left. But first, we need to resolve Ross's apartment quest. How did he beat the other 100 applicants? In a stroke of genius, he realized the way to bond with ugly naked guy was to become ugly naked guy. Yes, Ross gets naked with him, shares some muffins, and successfully secures the apartment. It's weird, it's desperate, and it's pure Ross Geller. And now for the grand finale. Ross is in his new apartment with his boss, trying to get his old job back and prove he's no longer the rage-aholic who yelled about his sandwich. And it's at that precise moment that he looks across the street into his sister's apartment and sees the exact same thing Phoebe saw. But Ross doesn't say my eyes. He reverts to his most primal instinct. Ross, get off my sister. And with that, everybody finally knows. The one where everybody finds out isn't just funny. It's perfectly structured television. It expertly balances two hilarious plots, builds suspense with a brilliant who knows what game, and pays it all off with one of the most important and emotional character moments in the entire series. It's a perfect episode.